What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to NotAVlog. And I know it's been a little while since I have posted any type of content at all. For a solid a bunch of months, my life's been a little bit crazy and chaotic. But even during the chaos, God told me that I had to film stuff, but I was not allowed to post it until a certain time. And guess what? That time is now. So this is the start of me posting the videos that I already had filmed from the year 2024, which is last year at this point, and we're basically in the middle of 2025, so it's been a minute since I actually posted something. In that time period where I was told to not post a single thing and to just record and keep them for later, I recorded a bunch of different kinds of things throughout that time, and I got a lot of words from God to share with you. In this video specifically, God told me that I have stuff written down in my photos or in my pictures on my phone that I took pictures of, and there are words that he wanted me to record, but I never did. I guess this is the reason why, because he told me to use these ones that I didn't record yet. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so starting out the list of videos that I had written down but were not recorded, and I kind of forgot about them until today. So that's fun. The first video I was supposed to record was written down on February 18th of this year. And honestly, instead of trying to explain it, I'm just going to read it to you exactly what I got so that you can make your own opinions, or I figure I just read it so that you guys understand what I'm talking about, and it makes a little bit more sense than me trying to explain something that is already explained in writing format. So without further ado. So this is what God said. He said, "Give this message to my people. Too long you have wasted chasing after meaningless things, lusting after them like a dog in heat. But I say to you that though you have lost things that made you whole, the things that once made you feel whole, you have not been forgotten. Leave these things behind and cling to each other. Not all things that are good are beneficial, and not all things that are pure are holy. When I formed you in your mother's womb, I took an oath to bring about the new way of man, one that calls God King. The time, in parentheses, is coming for the world to acknowledge you in my name. Be ready, learn this and take heart. You will see me come in glory, not now, but soon. And when that day comes, you will be counted as blessed." And the verse I got for that was Jeremiah 34. And at the same time, he gave me a little bit extra to give to the rest of you guys. So the rest of it is, just like the birds fly south for the winter, there is a time for everything. Right now is a time to hear my voice and follow my instruction. And I asked, in what way? And he replied, in all ways. And that was the first message I got from God, and that was on February 18th. And the kind of breakdown of that was, it's kind of a call to listen to him. The next month, he gave me another word on March 7th, 2025. He told me to say, he said, "Tell them this message. Gross misconduct and arrogance have been your undoing. Go to them and tell them the truth. Burdened by hate, you turned from me. Now I will turn from you. Time has come for your undoing. Leave this place or you will die." And then I got a verse at that part, Mark 12:11, and it continues. "Dignity has been given to no one. Parched is the land, and desolate are the fields, grown in agony, for its time has come. Living water has been poured out, but not for you." And then I asked God, I was like, who's this for? He said, "On the whole land, a curse has been placed. Jeremiah spoke similarly of such a plague. Say it to the people." And I was like, I don't really understand. And I was like, everybody? And he's like, yeah, everybody. So that was the second one I got. That was for basically this cache of random videos that I was filming throughout the beginning of this year. That was the second one that I got. And I guess you could take it and do with it what you will. I'm just writing it down and relaying it to you guys, but I'll keep on trucking. The next message that I got was on April 14th of 2025. So if you notice the pattern, it just went each month throughout the beginning of this year. So on April 14th, I received this from God. "Giving the worst of what you have is not love." And I was like, okay, what does that mean? He said, let me explain. When you go to the store, you would not buy the products you would never get on any normal day. No, you buy exactly the foods that you like and the best versions of that food, the best versions of that food you can get. Why? And I was like, well, I guess because I don't want crappy food and because I like the food that I want. He said, this is the same with others. If somebody cares for you and offers you the time in their day, the best of their food, and a gift you would like or you would appreciate, that person truly loves you. But imagine one who complains about having to make time for you, gives you the worst or the least amount of food possible, and gives you hand-me-downs, things that they don't want, or nothing at all. Who has shown you love? And I was like, well, I guess the first person. He said, yes. Now examine the people in your life. How do each of them treat you and your family? There are all different levels. How do each of them treat you and your family? Then I said, well, I guess there's a bunch of different levels. There's different kinds of things that people have given me, or different amounts of time, or all this other stuff. There are different levels to what they have offered me. And he said, true. The most valuable thing that each has given you is a representation of their love for you. Now, think, what can you say about yourself? And I was like, well, it also has levels to it. My love is contingent on levels the same as everybody else's. He said, yes, listen, you know not of what will happen today, tomorrow, or next week. Stop trying to predict how I will use you in the future. You must be invested in right now so that you can show love to whom I send to you. Be not impatient. My will has been secured, and there is no deeper meaning to what I've told you. Before my words, there's no deeper meaning to what I told you before. My words are true. I will bring my words to pass. And I was like, what does that mean? And he said, it means, have no fear. My will is not the same as yours, and I will carry my plan to fruition. So it's more about, from what I gather, it seems like it's more about and I believe at that time I was feeling a little bit impatient about what God was talking to me and the plan that God had already kind of gone over like briefly with me. I was feeling a little bit impatient about that, so he was giving me some stuff, also speaking to the rest of the world about what everybody else is feeling, because I've been talking to a bunch of people recently and they all seem to be feeling the same way that I have been feeling. So a little bit of foreshadowing from like April until right now, but there was still one more message that God had given, and this message came on May 21st of this year, so a couple days ago. So the final word that God gave me was this. He said, write this down. No longer shall I sit idly by while my people suffer with affliction. My anger has boiled long enough. Grace has been offered, but no one accepted. Whether through discouraging words or impossible tasks, no one has accepted my grace. Let them know this. A time is coming when earth shall come apart at the seams. You will no longer escape my wrath, you workers of iniquity. You wasted souls, thrown about on the earth. Take your still hands and worship of idols away from me. You have hit my people with the rod of injustice and looted their will. Crushed under a heavy load, they cried out to me. In their sin, they sent a message of help. Where is your help? Why hasn't it come? You have been sent away from the sacred place to live in exile for a time. You have been beaten and defeated, but no longer. The rest from my people will come on the hills like a cloud, covering them and shielding them from the worst. Listen and listen good. You shall not rise in the same way as in days of old. Today is a new day. And then I got Colossians 3:11. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Then I said, I don't understand what is happening. I was like, I don't understand what you're talking about. And he said, the world has gotten sick. The ones who were supposed to lead have taken a back seat. You have been set apart in this time to be a voice in the wilderness. You have been stuck for a long time, and it is time. No, wait. But yes. So God gave me those words over the span of 4 months, and I was confused whenever, like, I would be asking the same questions, like, why, what does this even mean? Like, what the heck is happening right now? Because I don't even understand what I'm writing down. It doesn't even make sense. But I didn't even realize it was for this time right now. But those are the words that God gave me for such a time as this. And I don't know, I hope you gained something from that. Let me know in the comments, like and share the video, and I'll see you in the next one. They should be coming out more consistently now because I actually have videos to post, because I'm able to post them again. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed.